Triton Trojans fans, Andrew Harrell alongside Kenny Barnhart and Ryan Lemler as we're live here at the Trojan First game of the JV here tonight for the Bi-County tournament. They'll be taking on the Lady Falcons of John Glenn. The first of two games tonight. Of course, our JV boys will be playing here after this game finishes up tomorrow night with the varsity at John Glenn. And this is a little bit closer, guys, than what we're going to have tomorrow night.
Mostly all week.
Mostly all week. So we got to go to LaVille, I think, to go right the rest of it, right?
Yep, Glenn, and then go up to LaVille for the rest of the week. And then we get to play roulette with the gym. Depends on who wins and who loses, which gym we get thrown in.
No, Mason is.
Welcome, good evening to the Trojan Trench as we kick off the
national episode.
JV girls game. At this time, if you please rise and face the flag as we honor
I just sent the email.
national anthem.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're a little in the dark because of the way they have to do the JV varsity matchups that they can pretty well, I believe, can only be on one team throughout the week.
This time we'll introduce the starting lineup. First for our guests, the John Glenn Lady Falcons. Number 1, Emma Romer. Number 2, Brooke Miller. Number 3, Cassidy Johnson. Number 5, Riley Jean.
Well,
And number 10, Lauren Fansler.
Well, yeah, he's got.
John Glenn's University coach is Doug Mathis. Now the starters for the Triton Lady Trojans. Number 10, Jolie Groves. Number 14, Jeff Soriano. Number 24, Abbey Viers. Number 40, Lauren
I made the
Hedington.
canvas bigger when I added it.
And number 42, Madeline Doll.
You could just use it.
Triton University coach is Justina Faulkner.
Starting for our Lady Trojans tonight, we're going to have Jolie Groves out there with Soriano, Abbey Viers, Hedington, and Madeline Doll rounding up the 5 here. Not a very easy pitch. I don't think I see anybody else dressed.
Oh, yes. That happened earlier.
These two teams faced off back on October 30th. Lady Falcons came out 36-22. We'll see what these Lady Trojans can do here tonight as Fansler and Viers will be ready to get tipped underway as we're live here at the Trojan Trench, and Bi-County is underway for us. Soriano gets the ball from the tip. She's going to work back back to the middle, crossover, tries to work herself down the lane, loses the ball. Going by Fancy. She's going to bring it past that ball, and Jolie Groves in pursuit. On over to Johnson. On down, drops it down to Fancy. She's going to step on the line. And then the Lady Falcons turn it right back over. Still loose in this end.
Yeah. Yeah, for the girls. Now we've had a couple games that you missed over here, and had a couple good games. Those Glen games with the boys the other night was really good.
Oh, yeah. Of course, John Glenn, the KD boys, are really playing on our boys here after this game's over with. Soriano on over to Doll. She's going to try to work herself down on the far side. She's in the corner, starts to throw it back up top, finds Groves. Long pass to her. Run their offense, everything's moving here. Of course, Gene right on top of things there. Soriano picks up her dribble. Right defense being played by the Lady Falcons. Rose on the far right wing. She's going to work herself into the corner. Loses the dribble. And it'll be off on Fancer. She got a hand in there and knocks it away. Soriano with the basketball, receives it. Set. Finds Doll. Back to Viers. Viers for Soriano. Behind her on the pass. Groves with the basketball. Down over to Viers. Viers forces it down the Soriano with the elbow. She's a bigger dribble up. Mid-range jumper's up, no good. Rebound's going to go to Abbey Viers. Oh, she's fighting for it still. Haven't gotten no away from yet. She's got it. They're going to call it carry. Tried to work out. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, it must have just been the way he turned, because I didn't think she quite did it.
Didn't get her almost high enough, I don't think. But again, he's the one with the whistle. Give me a whistle. I'm not headset. Viers with the inbound, keeps the inbound, and misses. Rebound goes to Hansel. Hansel with the basketball back to Justina. On over here to Johnson. Jean with it. Back on top of the ball. On the corner end. Miller's going to try a three in the corner. Side no good. Rebound. Hansel. On over. Jean. What's the name?
Riley Jean for two.
On the board. Put on by the Lady Falcons. Soriano receives the inbound. Double team for the try to work this up on the pass to half court line. Bump by Kansas. That'll be our first foul of the game.
Glenn foul number 10, Mansler.
Ooh. Well, she got up between two Triton players. She had two choices.
Emma Romer with a three.
That'll be our first time out.
I got it.
Oh, wait, sure. You guys all had headphones on. He was coming through that.
Not sure. Oh.
The video was playing on my phone.
Oh. His music was still.
We don't have any audio. I can't figure out why we don't have any audio. It's not coming in.
Oh. Okay.
That'd be line in though. It's one fast.
No, it's not showing up. There it is. We're over there.
Yeah, but when I played on here, there's. Oh, because it was playing it up there.
Oh. We're good.
That sounds better.
Or that. And, our sound was pushed to the outside.
Yeah, we was commentary for the whole gym.
Test. There it goes.
Viers is going up for a shot. Missed that one. It was Brooke, and it too. Brooke.
Triton foul number 42, Doll.
Yeah. He was playing the music for the intro through his phone down to the... But she got that second free throw.
Won't be doing that again. They can have no music. Well, it was delayed about 40 seconds.
Oh, yeah, because he's pulling back from his YouTube feed. Triton's had a lot of good ones right there underneath. Just got to get one to drop in. Maybe it'll get things going. Oh, almost a double.
There's still no sound. There's still no sound. Evidently, it ain't that.
Triton number 42, Doll.
I can hear me talking.
Well, you must have
Substitute for the Lady Falcons, number 33, Sydney Donlin, and number 40, Maggie Fitch. Riley Jean with the 3.
Andy is it up.
Ah.
Oh.
There you go. They could hear me, couldn't hear you.
Oh.
Now we might have it fixed.
Well, you guys got used to not having me talk for a couple weeks, so it works. All right, Viers back to Soriano, tries to go down low to Doll. She'll have to work for it there, and will come in knocked away by Romer. Riley Jean with 5 points here tonight, making that last 3. That's putting our score at 9-0 as we're inside 2 minutes remaining here in the opening period. Of course, winner will play on Wednesday night. They'll face the winner of the LaVille-Culver game.
Yep, you got to win or you're done for the week.
Now, in the varsity, you get the consolation game, though, right?
Yep. You do get another shot on the varsity side.
And it could be interesting. We could end up on that card table in the corner.
Running foul number 33, Donlin.
So Donlin will get her first personal foul. Soriano inbound. Drops it back to Viers. Viers up top the key with the basketball, trying to look for somewhere to go. Finds Hedington. Hedington with the basketball. Tries to find somewhere to go. Finds Viers. Back to Soriano. Soriano will dribble. Finds Groves. Groves back to Doll. Soriano working the ball around the perimeter, trying to set things up and she'll direct traffic. Groves with the basketball. Drops it down over to Doll. She's trying to go down the post to Viers, but John Glenn is doing a good job of keeping it out of the paint. Doll working herself around. Finds Soriano. They'll switch. They'll send Hedington down into the post and bring Doll out. Tries to drop it down into Doll. Doll's going to try to go up. She's going to get fouled. Good look there. Right play. they run that play and they run it pretty good. They run it pretty good most of the time.
Glenn foul number 33, Donlin.
So Donlin picks up 2 quick fouls in her short time here in the game. And that's going to bring Brooke Miller and I believe Cassidy Johnson back in the game. Doll shots up and rattles out.
That's going to be a really real interesting first quarter to listen to because it's just going to be Kenny talking to himself.
Oh, boy.
They're going to be what in the world?
Surprised I haven't got a text yet. I can't hear you. And they're going to say Groves will carry there, and they'll turn the ball over. So Dahl will go to the line 0 for 2 on that trip. Triton still scoreless here in the first quarter, inside a minute remaining. We're missing some scoring there. Having a hard time working it down into the post. Fitch with it now, dribbles back in, back on top to Romer. On over to Johnson. Johnson back to Fitch. Fanzer on over to Johnson. 3 for her. It's in. They push their lead to double digits.
Johnson with the 3.
That's her her first 3-pointer of the night. Soriano trying to push up quickly, and she's going to get fouled on the way through. That's going to be on Emma Romer. I think that's her first personal.
Yep. Yeah, her first. Team 4.
So that might be something to keep an eye on.
Shoot some free throws.
And Miller will step in front. She's going to have a one-way track to the basket, and she's going to go up strong with it, puts it in. 3 points for her, I believe. 14-point lead inside 10 seconds. Soriano picks up her dribble, tries to go to Groves, but Fanzler's going to knock it away. 4.3 now. Groves will inbound. Goes to Soriano. Shut the 5-4. 3 seconds now. She's going to have to heave one up here, and it's going to go off the foot of Miller. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0's our score. Lady Trojans trailing there. Just going to write these down here. That's what I got. Is that what you got?
I'm not sure.
You know, it's interesting getting to talk again. I had some good moments where I was laughing there a few times. You guys were chatting when I wasn't here.
The food segment.
The food segment was pretty good. I enjoyed the food segment. I sent Ryan. I said I think they ought to see if they can fly a drone down to Cincinnati. It probably would have gotten caught somewhere, but we could have tried. My daughter tonight was telling Danny was telling Caden on the phone, "You got to get a pretzel. You got to get a pretzel." But so we'll see what happens here. 14-0's our score. We'll see if the Lady Trojans can find a way to generate some offense here in this second quarter. As we'll get things going here. That's a make, yes. Yep. I try keeping track of misses, but I confuse myself when I'm talking. Size mark makes. And circles for here were misses.
I don't know how to edit this.
Yeah. So out there for the Lady Falcons, you're going to have Jean Johnson, Romer, I believe Miller, and Maggie Fitch out there for the Lady Falcons. Of course, our lineup of Groves, Hedington, Viers, Soriano, and Doll out there for the Lady Trojans. Miller working it quickly, finds Romer, but Madeline Doll steps in front of that one, takes her right away from Brooke Miller. Good move there in the post. We'll see if that'll generate some offense down here on this end. Soriano with the basketball, hands it over to Doll. Back to Groves. See if they can work here. John Glenn stepped in front of a few of these passes here outside the perimeter, but they're going to say Doll's going to drag that pivot foot, and Triton is going to turn it over. Like I said, the Lady Trojans 8-7 here this season, 4-1 against their HNAC opponents. Won the other night against Culver 36-14. That matchup. Fitch drops it down in over here to Johnson. Johnson's going to try to drive back on top to Romer. Quick hitter over to Jean. Into the corner now to Fitch. They're going to work it around the perimeter again. Back in the corner. They're trying to find a way to get it down to Miller in the post. Romer with it. Back to Fitch. Finds Johnson. Johnson back to Jean. She's going to try a three of her own. Back iron, no good. Rebound goes to Romer, and she's going to get the N1 opportunity. That's Doll's third personal foul.
We might be short-staffed here shortly.
That was Romer that made that one. So she'll go to the line for the N1 opportunity. We'll see what happens here. Front iron, no good. Rebound goes to Abbey Viers.
Right foul number 42, Doll.
Gonna have to watch herself for those 3 fouls. So no bench players. They're gonna leave Hepler, Yates, Hostrawser. I think Bules is still out with that injury. Doll goes up, not there on that shot. Heavily contested by Miller. Johnson with the basketball past the half-court line, quickly over to the corner to Jean. Jean's going to try to work back to the top. Finds Romer up top. Over to Fitch. She'll drop it down into Johnson. Johnson's going to work herself back. On top, over to Romer. Romer quickly to Jean. Into the corner to Fitch. Fitch trying to find a place to go. Tries to go down to Miller and gets a good look there. Finds Romer with the quick pass. Romer's going to go up with the contested shot. No good. Rebound, Madeline Doll. Leaves it for Soriano. She'll dribble past the half-court line. Back to Doll. Doll work herself around, drops it to Viers. Viers on over to Hedington. They dribble away, but Miller will step in front, take it away. Up court into Jean. Jean's going to go for the lay-in. No good. Rebound. Lauren Hedington finds Groves. Groves now pushing past. Jean's running her down from behind. She's going to go. Good pass to Abbey Viers. Puts it in. Triton's on the board. 16-2 is our score. Good look there by Jolie Groves to push the fast break and then thread the needle down into the post to Abbey Viers. Romer with the basketball. Good defense by Lauren Hedington. Fitch out the basketball, almost drags that pivot foot, finds Romer. Romer drops it down into Jean in the corner. Goes down to Miller. Groves knocks it away. We're going to switch out. Back to Romer. Drops it over to Johnson. Johnson in the corner is going to work, trying to look for Jean and finds her. Not sure. What was that call?
Substitution for Lady Falcons, number 10.
Might have to watch the replay.
I have to watch the replay now. I didn't quite catch. I didn't see his hand signal. Wasn't a foul. So here we go. Checking back in is Fansler. Back to Groves, on over to Soriano, drops down to Abbey Viers. Abbey Viers now with the basketball, works over to Groves. She's going to work baseline, gets herself caught down by 2 defenders, then it's going to go out on John Glenn. Did she have her 5 seconds? So I don't know. I don't know what that call was about. Soriano inbound, trying to get Viers, who's cutting down to the basket. Good pass in there to the inside. Banks open, and it is. Abbey Viers reopens the bank with that one. 4 points for her. Johnson with the basketball as they lead here by 12 of our Lady Trojans. Here's we're live at the Trojan Trench. Second quarter action. Back on top. Fansler in the corner. Jean's going to try the spot up 3. Not there. Rebound, Jolie Groves. Back to Hedington. Hedington's going to try to get rid of it. Got collided in traffic there. Fansler takes it away. Back to Miller. Leaves it for Fitch. Deep 2 for her. Back iron. Rebound. It's going to go to Jean. She's going to work a bounce back. Shows herself back down to Fansler. Fitch with the basketball. Back on her to Johnson. They're going to work it up top here. Try to reset something else. 3-2 zone being played by the Lady Trojans. And they play that zone defense very well. Don't let it fool you. Fitch with the deep 2. Too strong. Rebound, Lauren Hedington. She's going to fight with Brooke Miller on that one, and Brooke Miller's going to draw the foul. They're 1 away from the 2 away from the 1-1 bonus. 5 team fouls. And that's going to bring back in. So Donlan's back in. She's out there with Fansler, Johnson, Jean, and Fitch. Of course, Soriano, Doll, Hedington, Viers, and Groves out there for our Lady Trojans. Groves tries to go down low, but can't get it there. Donlan steps in front. She works up quickly to Jean. Jean with the basketball in the corner. Back on over to Fansler. Fansler back to the middle. On over to Fitch. Fitch drops it down over to Donlin. They'll work it around to the corner to Jean. Going to work the ball around the perimeter here, try to find something. Free throw jump shot by Donlin's up. It's no good. Rebound, Abbey Viers. Soriano with the basketball, gets up quickly. Try to trap her again. Works herself, gets not caught in that double team, and she'll throw it away. Doll can't get there in time to knock it back across. Minute 48 remaining. Our Lady Trojans trailing by 12. Of course, Andy O'Hara alongside Kenny Barnhart and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. Haven't got to say that for a couple weeks. We're live here for the Bi-County tournament. The only game we'll get to play here at home. We would have had one last year, but unfortunately. Johnson with the shot. It's up, not there. Rebound, Abbey Viers. And she'll try to get herself corralled. She'll pick her dribble up. Finds Doll. On over to Soriano. Soriano with the basketball now. Back on over to Groves. Groves to basketball. Threads the needle down to Viers. Just too hot of a pass for her. Hedington throws it away. But Viers will step back in and take it away. Back to Jolie Groves. She'll work herself. Finds Madeline Doll. Alone for three. She puts it up. Back iron no good. Viers with the rebound. Putback's not there. Jolie Groves gets the rebound. Now she's caught in the paint. We're going to get a jump ball call, and it's going to belong to Triton. Romer's going to check in. That's going to send Maggie Fitch to the bench.
Lady Falcons substitution number 1, Emma Romer.
So Romer's back in. Soriano inbound. Trying to get everybody moving here. Finds Viers on the inbound. Put shots up. Banks closed on that one. Soriano with the rebound goes back up, but she looked like she had gotten popped. I don't know about that one. So that'll be a turnover. So we're inside the final minute of the second quarter. Triton trails, and Soriano's going to get a foul.
Triton foul, number 14.
That'll be her first personal. Team's fourth. And that'll bring Brooke Miller back in.
For Lady Falcons, number 2, Brooke Miller.
That'll send Fansler to the bench. So Miller's going to try to go. Almost got away with the double dribble there. Donlin can't look to pass in, but Romer will hang on to it. Johnson back to Romer in the corner. Viers closes on her fast. Donlin goes up strong. Not there. Back to Romer for a three. Corner three's no good. Rebound Jean. 33 seconds now. Miller drops it on over to Romer. Back to Miller. On over to Jean. Jean down over here to Johnson. Johnson trying to find herself some space. Up on top. Quick hitter down to Jean. She'll try another corner three. Puts it in.
Riley Jean for 3.
That makes 2 3-pointers tonight for her. Soriano now inside 10 seconds. She's going to drive. Leads it for Doll. Doll step back for 3. Nope, 2 balls, no good. We're going to get a foul. And that's going to be on Abbey Viers. And that'll probably do it here for the opening half of play. The Lady Trojans trailing 19-4. Only allowing 5 points in that quarter by scoring 4 themselves. So we'll see what they have here after halftime. And we'll be right back on the Triton Trojan Sports Network after he gets his bite.
All right, about back here to get ready for the second half. Took Triton a little bit to finally get a couple baskets in, but at least got it on the board here now. So, granted, there's no, for Triton, since of the way they do the bi-county again, that just the 5 starters out there and there's no subbing. So,
I was inspired by Orion to eat during the broadcast. If Danny's listening, she'll be happy. I got a pretzel.
Did you order the special menu pretzel?
Almost did, but we'll wait. They came out fresh this time. I don't ever miss those. All right, Gene with the basket at the half-court line. Finish what's in my mouth and I'll start talking. Bet you don't hear Al Michaels doing that. Romer with the basketball. On over to Miller. Back on top to Gene. Shove it back to Romer. Gene almost walked with it and gets it back to Romer. They're going to work around the perimeter. Leading by 15. We'll see if
they might just kind of, middle of miscommunication there. Anybody going to blow the whistle?
Nope.
Evidently not. At least the scorekeeper was keeping track.
Yeah. Just saying, because I don't know if they knew. little deliberation there. All right, after that kerfuffle, told Jill I was going to use it during a broadcast, and I did.
Yeah, they might be Glenn might be a little more in, I'm going to say, a little coasting mode just a little bit, since it could be a long week.
Yeah, it could be. So Gene now at the basketball on the fast break. Orion Hedington kicks on the Jets to kind of contest it, but Gene put it in.
Riley Jean with a bucket.
Looks like she scored most of the team's points tonight.
Yep, she's got up to look like 10 points right now.
Fans are knocked away, and Doll hits the deck. Back to Soriano, and Miller will have a one-way track to the basket.
Steal and the basket for Miller.
It's 5 points for Miller.
So here we go. Soriano past the half-court line. He's going to try to split the defenders and drive to the basket down the baseline. Wants to go down to Viers and does. Viers tries to corral, goes up strong with it, and draws the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Riley Jean.
Red foul, number 5, Jean.
That's her first foul. Of course, team's first foul this half.
First shot's up for Viers, who's leading the way of these Lady Trojans with 5 points tonight. Second shot rattles out. Fansler with the rebound. Fansler now past the half-court line. Works left to Jean. Drops it down into Miller. Back to Romer. They're going to work around the perimeter here, try to use some clock. Romer back to Jean. They're going to work it around here, sharing the basketball. Trying to use some of that clock. And that'll go off the foot of Madeline Doll. Of course, stay tuned after this one. We're going to have the boys JV game tonight. Of course, winner of each game will play on Wednesday.
Kind of used to this. Doing that with Culver last week.
Yeah, no, that's kind of nice. You said that. You know, that is not a bad matchup. I like that. Fans are with the 3. Side iron rebound. It's going to go out of the hands of Romer, and Triton will get it back. Now, see, that's how we used to do elementary basketball. When I was in elementary school, the girls would play before us, then we'd play after them. Usually.
Well, now that they've changed it, because now 7th and 8th grade girls just have their first game coming up on Wednesday.
That's what you guys said.
And I think it's not just for Triton, but a lot of these schools, gym space is at a premium. So getting everybody to not have to practice till 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So they kind of split up the girls and the boys.
Very good. Yeah,
Plus,
that makes a difference.
Plus scheduling games.
Yeah, exactly. Makes it easier. You don't have to try to really figure out and fight for the who's going to play where and when. That's going to be foul on John Glenn, I believe. That's going to be on Brooke Miller.
Glenn foul.
That's her second. Team's second this half. Ooh, that was real close. Tripped over the line and almost got over and back.
Soriano with the basketball.
Doll goes in out of her hands.
They're tired.
Yeah, you can tell they're gassed. I mean, when you have 5 players, I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
Just a little bit of mental mistakes. And
they've done well, though. I mean, defensively in that second quarter, they only allowed 5 points. And they were contested shots. They were forcing some turnovers, and just for that, when you're working that hard, you don't have that backup. It's just hard. It wears on you. Hedington going against Miller in the post. Ball's worked back out to Romer. Vansler alone for 3 at the top. Side iron. Rebound, Johnson. Johnson backs herself into the corner. Drops down to Miller in the post. She'll work it back on top to Romer. She'll drive. Floater for her. No good. Rebound. Jolie Groves going to have it. She's going to fight for the ball. Jump ball. And it'll belong to Triton. And the JV boys now going to head to the locker room, get ready to go. I like the fact that they wear shirt and ties.
Dressed up.
Dressed up. I like that. It's old school. I like it.
And I think that's even all during school. I think during school day.
I like that. That's and Hedington will travel with it. But I like that. I like the look of that we were dressed up. We're looking nice, and I like the look of that. It just looks professional, and that's the way things ought to be.
They weren't as vocal tonight as they was down at Culver. When they was down at Culver, they really got after the girls and really.
Yeah, they don't seem as vocal. I remember you guys saying, "Whoa."
I'm just playing around.
Whoa.
Well, one of you should be coming out of one ear, one of you should be coming out of the other, and I should be coming out of both. That's the way it's set up now.
Okay.
But yeah, they really got into it down there, really cheering the girls on and carrying on. And when there was a block, man, they was off their feet and yelling and screaming, and they were really great.
I think I heard you guys talking about that in the one game where they were down there doing that. Then the girls and boys game, of course, the boys were getting loud for the girls. I heard down they were getting noisy down here.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the girls were loud during the boys' part there against Culver. Not bad for them. They went undefeated through that week.
Yes.
Didn't lose the game at all last week.
We got the broom out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They took care of business, swept things up. So like I said, winner of tonight will face the winner of LaVille and Culver at LaVille on Wednesday night. I copied and pasted the schedule.
Yes. I'm not sure if you was aware of it, and we're not going to pick names, but there was a local newspaper that published the bi-county schedule in their paper Saturday. We're not sure what year schedule they published. It's not this year's schedule.
Good to know.
So.
Were we playing Bremen still?
Actually, they had us at Argus tonight.
Oh.
Well, that was the running joke all day, is that we were late to Argus.
Well, how if I'd have got here? Well, guys,
So we double-checked Bremen and LaVille's websites, and they all matched to what we had, and we actually had an email of the official copy of when they written it all out, and we were correct. So
the Groves will try to dribble through traffic, but Miller's going to have a fast break basket, and there it is. She's had a couple of those.
She's up to 7 points.
So they lead by 20 here in the third quarter. Playing hard like that, going four full quarters with no break, it makes things tough. They're going to get a jump ball call. Triton will hang on to it. So Fitch and Donald will check in. Johnson and Romer will come out. A lot of juniors on the floor. A lot of juniors on the floor for the Lady Falcons. They got a few of them.
Substitutions for Lady Falcons.
So Soriano still out there with Viers, Doll, Groves, and Hedington.
Don't have to worry about that changing.
Nope. Like I said, Emma Hepler and Taren Yates are going to look like they're going to get some more varsity minutes on Tuesday night. Sounds like we're going to try to get it live, but whoa. That's not good. Soriano came up slow. Had trouble with that ankle all season.
Maybe got her tagged for 3 fouls.
Yeah, I believe so. So they got 3 team fouls for the Lady Falcons, and Viers will get the inbound. She's going to try to work herself down the post. She'll go up strong and draw the foul. That's another one on Donlin. That'll be 4 on her now.
Glenn foul.
Soriano trying to stretch that leg out. Here's the line for 2. 1 for 2 on the evening. First shot's up. Looks good. It is.
Glenn foul number 33, Donlin.
So she'll get ready to square up for her second shot. And the main source of offense for the Lady Trojans tonight is still there. Perfect from the line on that trip. 7 points for her. Romer with it. They'll work around the perimeter. Hedington got a piece of that one. Back to Jean for 3 in the corner. Not there. Rebound, and Viers is going to get her hand on it and knock it out. She went to battle there with Fitch on that one. Inbound by the Lady Falcons. Romer back to Jean. Cross court to Fitch. Back to Fansler. On over to Romer. They'll bleed some clock here. 1.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. They're on top 25-7. Back to Romer. On over to Fansler. Fansler with the basketball. Works it back to Romer. Free throw line to Brooke Miller. Passes out to Fitch, and she'll quickly give it back to Fansler. Just run the clock here. Working the ball around. Drops it down into Miller. She's going to go against Hedington for the shot, and I believe Lauren Hedington might get the foul on that one. And she does.
Looks like that's her first foul. So other than Madeline with 3, the rest of them have 1 except for Groves, and she doesn't have any. So they might get through the game without fouling out.
Yeah, might get through it. Miller's first shot is up. It's in. She's now 2 for 3 from the line tonight. Johnson will check in, and Riley Jean will take a seat. Miller's second shot's up. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Abbey Viers.
They've already got the boys matchup at LaVille underway. After the end of the first, it's tied Culver 8, LaVille 8.
Still in the basket for Brooke Miller.
So Brooke Miller there turns defense into offense on that fast break. So they've already got the girls' game done up there for LaVille and Culver already.
Well, maybe there wasn't a...
Was there not a girls' game?
Well, they didn't post a score.
Okay.
So I don't know about that.
Maybe they're letting the boys go first.
No, usually they have.
It says 6:30 or 5:30.
Oh,
6:30.
here it does say Culver at LaVille, boys only. So
Okay.
Culver didn't have a
JV girls game, I guess. Team.
team. And of course, OD doesn't have a team, so
No.
New Prairie didn't have anybody to play tonight.
So they'll move on. So got to admire Soriano's toughness to fight through that injury she's had. She's been kind of lingering all season long. It's tough. It's frustrating. I mean, you get out there, you get banged up, and you want to play to what you usually play. So you got to be proud of how she stood up and played hard. And Triton will inbound. Here we go. Soriano with the basketball past the half-court line, directing traffic. On over to Hedington. She'll lose the ball from home, but she'll hang on. Hedington's going to drive to the basket. Head of steam, not there. Hedington gets it back. We're going to get a jump ball call. It's going to belong to the Falcons. Lauren Hedington showing off some nifty moves there, trying to go to the basket with strong for that one. Just barely off the mark. Hedington's going to put some pressure on. Out there pressuring. So we're inside 24 seconds. Fansler with the basketball. Back to Romer. Down to Johnson. She'll work herself in the corner. Back on top to Romer. She'll work to Fansler. Fitch now, 11 seconds. Back to Romer. To Johnson. Back to Romer. Down in to Fitch. She'll try the basket. Banks it in. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. The Lady Falcons leading the way, 30-7. So far, the only source of offense has been Abbey Viers. But Lauren Hedington almost had a basket there. Madeline Doll had a couple three-point attempts. They're trying. I mean, it's tough. It's tough when you don't have those backups.
Yep. Sometimes even if you just got to sit on the bench for just a second to get the coach just to get those little tidbits to get back in, it's kind of hard when you can't get that little set time.
And it's hard when you got to make those in-game adjustments like that. It's tough. I mean, for these girls, I mean, yeah, the scoreboard, it is what it is. But for what they've done out there tonight, playing hard, they're still going about as hard as they can. They're still holding them to points. I mean, that second quarter says a lot, holding to 5 points in that quarter. But they're still fighting. You got to be proud of the effort by these Lady Trojans here tonight. Of course, we'll be having the boys JV team here playing next. They lost to Glenn by 2, and from when I watched that game, they were down for a while, and they just came throttling back there towards the end.
We had some equipment issues, so we were gearing up to change equipment between games.
Okay.
And we half joked, well, we shouldn't have to worry about overtime. We almost went to overtime. It was nice. I remember they were tied 29-29 with about a minute and a half to go.
Oh, boy. Yeah,
after being down by, 20-something to 5 at halftime?
Yep.
So they battled back. So if we don't get that slow start,
I think it could be interesting. I think the boys can pull one off here against John Glenn tonight. After watching that game, they kind of had their number. Ball's knocked away. Miller's got it. Johnson the basketball looking down court for Romer, but Viers is going to stare it down. Now you got a whole quarter. You can probably get a little more aggressive. Watch these Lady Trojans be aggressive in this quarter.
Oop.
Lauren Hedington steps in away and knocks it away. Romer with the basketball, drops it down to Fitch. Doll's going to make her think twice, but Lauren Hedington with the intensity on defense really disrupting things for the Lady Falcons. And Fitch will go in. She'll try to work herself out of trouble. Viers in there to contest that one. Deep 2 in the corner, puts it in.
Maggie Fitch.
She'll get her second basket of the night. Soriano with the basketball. There's some life in those legs yet for these Lady Trojans. Back to Groves. Jolie Groves the basketball, trying to work herself through. Works herself down the corner, or the baseline, or elbow. My goodness.
You've been out of it a little bit.
Viers goes up strong, banks open. Abbey Viers, 9 points for her here tonight. Might as well get her the paintbrush and everything because she's owned it down there tonight so far for her Lady Trojans. Fitch with the basketball. Back to Romer. Drops it down into Miller. She'll go up strong, but Viers will contest it. And Lauren Hedington comes away with the rebound. Now we're going to get a jump ball call, and it'll belong to John Glenn.
Okay.
So Jean and Donald will check back in. Of course, Donald's got those 4 fouls.
And number 33, Sydney Donald.
So Romer inbound looks for Donald. Donald stinks herself into the paint. Throws up too strong. Romer with the rebound. Works it back. Back to Fitch. She'll get the basket. 34-9's our score. 5:07 remaining here for the girls' JV contest tonight. Of course, LaVille and Culver didn't play their game, so winner of this, so John Glenn will be facing them on Wednesday night. Back on top to Hedington. Looking for Doll. Gives it to Soriano. Soriano's finding a little bit of adrenaline's getting she's moving a little bit more now. Groves goes up strong. She's going to get fouled hard by Jean. I think that'll be her second.
Yep, her second.
Her second foul. Team's 5th. Now send Jolie Groves to the line for 2. She's usually a pretty good shooter. See what she can do from the line. Shots up. Rattles out. Right idea. It's a little strong. So Groves now will try her second shot. It's up. it. Side iron, no good. Rebound, Madeline Doll. Maddie drops it down into Abbey Viers. We get a jump ball call, and that'll belong to Triton now. Of course, after this one, we'll have the boys here tonight live at the Trojan Trench.
You have to jump streams.
Yep, let's jump streams.
We'll have to stop, and we'll get restarted up on the other one.
Not sure what we're going to run into yet tomorrow night, at least for what Ryan and I were talking about. Most likely might record. We'll see what happens.
They said we can get on the internet, but we'll see if they block us.
Yeah, that's always the thing. they let us on, but if they block YouTube, it'll be tough. I've been real impressed with Lauren Hedington's aggressiveness here tonight, getting some of these extra minutes. She's done a good job dribbling, and they'll throw away. Soriano will look away for a second. And they're just tired. Miscommunication.
Are we doing any interviews tonight?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll leave that up to you. I mean.
Well, if they come up here, I'll interview. So I think Soriano was, if I remember
she's
right,
next.
She's next for the girls, and I thought Chase Butler was for the boys. Jean with a 3 is in.
Riley Jean with the 3.
But I don't see Chase. Or see a couple of the varsity boys over here. Yeah. Groves with the basketball now is going to work. Goes back to center court, tries to go down to Doll, but Romer will knock it away and she'll get a hold of it. 3:20 remaining. They lead 37-9 here on this contest. Like I said, if you had the Emma Hepler and the Jaelyn Bules and Yates tonight, the score could be a different story. Maggie Fitch now with another basket.
You get her about with 8 points.
They lead by 30. Doll with the basketball, picks it up. Goes over to Groves. Groves the basketball back to Doll. Doll now is going to try to work herself through, and we're going to get a foul on Romer.
Looks like that's her second. Team 6th.
So Groves will inbound. Ball will get kicked by Donlin. Groves will try to go somewhere with it. Wants to go somewhere back on top to Soriano. 2:45 remaining. Andy O'Hare alongside Kenny Barnhart and Orion Lemler for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. We're live here for the Bi-County Tournament here at the Trojan Trench. Drops a good cut by Jolie Groves. The pass was just a little bit led in front of her. Right idea. Had the right makeup there. She had a step on that defender. That was a good move by her. Hedington's going to be out there for the pressure. Jean will get the basketball. Donald, but Hedington's going to come in and knock it away. Jolie Groves the basketball, tries to come away with it, but Jean will work herself back up. I'm liking the defensive intensity by Lauren Hedington here in the second half. Back down to Donlin. Soriano's going to fight for the basketball. She'll go down hard, and she'll hang on to it. We'll get a jump ball and belong to John Glenn. 2:02 remaining.
Well, this game is probably still more interesting than the school board meeting. Just started.
Yep, that would have just started.
That's where our clock guy's at right now. One of them. We'll get a foul. It's going to be on Abbey Viers.
Try foul number 24, Viers.
Looks like that's her second.
Team second of the half, not bad.
Not bad for getting started out, having almost foul trouble.
Yep. Lauren Hedington steps in front. I'll tell you what, you better get to work.
Get that ball.
Look at there. Lauren Hedington, the head of steam with the basketball back on top.
Tip.
Viers tries to get it. Well, I'm telling you what.
No, he's shaking his head. He says they did.
I thought it was tip too.
Yep.
But Lauren Hedington with the head of steam, you better be ready to play. She's going to come out there and get that basketball.
She's got that determined look on her face right now.
I think she's loving it in these minutes she's got here tonight. She's making the most of them, and she's making whoever she guards make sure they're hang on the basketball.
You know, that's the thing. Some of these girls don't get to play a lot of time. So when they do get to play, when they do have a regular game, get a chance to get to play some more time.
When you get that and you get that experience, you get those minutes, you kind of get more confident in your ability. can kind of get yourself kind of a little more coordinated on what you want to do with the basketball, moving without the ball, playing defense. Get those minutes. It really builds that confidence for you, and that does a lot for players. Romer with the basketball now, past the half-court line. Empty possession for our Lady Trojans.
1 minute of playing time.
And we'll be on to the boys. Leading the way is Abbey Viers with 9 points for our Lady Trojans thus far. Shot by Donlan's up and in. That little mid-range jumper. 45 seconds here. We'll see if the Lady Trojans get into double digits. Doll tries to go down into Viers, but Viers will fight for the basketball. Triton will get it back. Abby didn't quite get the positioning she wanted. The smart move by her to jump in front there and draw the jump ball. Soriano with the basketball. Backs her way out on over to Doll. 30 seconds now. On top to Lauren Hedington. Back down to Soriano. Tries to go down into Viers. Viers is going to try to go up, blocked by Romer, and it's going to go out on Donlan. 17 seconds left. Abbey Viers using that height down low to kind of try to use that mismatch, but Romer with the defensive awareness works herself in. Soriano get the ball at the free throw line. She gets quickly double teamed. Back to Doll. Down on in, down to Viers. Viers is going to go up strong with the basketball. Fell away. We're going to get a foul. That's going to be on Abbey Viers. She was trying. 9.643 our score. Lauren Hayton's going to make them work for these final few seconds.
Her third, but I don't think I have to worry about fouling out.
I don't think so. And that's going to bring us to the end of the basketball game. 43-9's our score. Give us see what you got for points there, Kenny.
We're showing Abbey Viers leading Triton, of course, with 9 points, so she scored them all. And for Glenn, looks like I had Geen for 15, Romer for 5, Johnson for 3, Donlan for 2, and let me see if this gets the other side of it. 15, Miller for 11, Fitch 8, Romer 5, Johnson 3, Donlan 2. That should be everybody.
It sounds like it. So that'll bring the end of this one. We'll be right back here for the boys' game. So switch on over that stream. We'll have the boys here live at the Trojan Trench.
Johnson 3, Romer